This is Caleb with Integrity Home Inspections. I am at 2425 Southeast Lake Road in Milwaukee, Oregon, doing a sewer scope from the roof vent on top of the home out to the city main line in the street. And again, right here, you can see a root coming straight down the middle of the line, it looks like. And on the right-hand side, you can see that whitish material. In my opinion, I think that's just extra mortar that was used when installing the terracotta line to keep them together. That kind of seeped through the joints and kind of has just been there ever since. But that's just my opinion. Again, you can see it here on the right and left-hand side of the joint. And here, on the left-hand side, looks like roots are growing through the line. So again, I'll just keep pushing to the main line and then locate all the positions on the way back. Here, about 90 feet from the roof vent, we reach the connection to the concrete city lateral line. And now I think we're inside the main line. I'm going to go shut the water off inside the home, wait for the line to drain, and then pull back the camera and continue to inspect the sewer line. And you can see right here, that is dumping into the main line. It's just vertically straight down, so it's kind of hard to see because water was just dripping over the camera head. It appears most of the water is drained, so I'm going to start pulling back the camera and continue to inspect the sewer line. So there's several little offset joints which create this little bit of pooling right here, but I don't see any debris stacking up around the offset joint areas. So in my opinion, I don't think it should cause too much of a hindrance on the sewer line, especially since someone's living here now. If it was going to cause a problem, you would be able to see it now already. And again, these lumps that you see coming out of the joints, my opinion, that's just was extra mortar being used when they installed the sewer line itself, because they don't resemble typical roots that would make it an obvious sign that those are roots. But I did notice some of those roots further back, so I'll stop the camera and put a note on there when I do see them. And here appears to be a little belly in the sewer line where there's just standing water. Sewer lines should be completely drained of water when the water's turned off inside the home. And there's several areas in this line with some standing water still. And see on the left hand side, here's one of those joints where it's obvious those are roots growing through the joint. And it looks like they're coming through that mortar. So I'm going to go locate this position and mark it along with the depth. So this problem is located in the front yard. There's a little walkway, like paver stones, on the left-hand side of the house, opposite side of the driveway. Looks like a maple tree where this problem is located at, and that's probably where the roots are coming from. Also, that mortar, what I believe to be mortar, also very well could be roots. You know, they just don't look like typical roots coming through the line, but I'm not ruling out that they aren't roots, because right here there's obvious that there's roots right there. But in my opinion, those other joints with a little bit of debris coming out on each side, again, in my opinion, I think it's just extra mortar that was used when installing the sewer line, but it's possible that they are roots coming through the line as well, because nearly every joint has them. And see, these look a little bit more like roots, but it also, I mean, it's really hard to tell. Again, my opinion, it's mortar coming through the joints. And then again, right here's another joint with what appears to be a root coming from the top part of the line downwards. So I'll go locate this position as well and mark it with green spray paint along with the depth. So this problem joint's located about 10 to 15 feet behind the first one. Marked it with green spray paint as well. It's about the same depth as the first one, about 10 feet deep. And here we're back inside a cast iron line. You can see on the bottom half of the screen that there's a ravine starting to form in the cast iron line. you can see it really well here, where just over the years it's been used, that water travels there, obviously, creating that ravine shape, and eventually as time goes on, it's just going to get worse and worse and eventually rot through the line. And now we're starting to pull the camera head back up the roof vent, which is why it's hard to see because the water's dripping over the camera face. But this will conclude the sewer scope video inspection. The sewer line is in failing condition due to some standing water throughout the line and 2 areas with definite roots that I could tell for sure. The other areas in the terracotta line with debris coming through the joints, in my opinion, is mortar. But again, it's very possible that that's not mortar, and it could be roots coming through the line. But really, the sewer line seems to be working fine now. But there are issues with it that make it failing condition. And if roots aren't taken care of, that's eventually going to clog the line and just break it and cause backups and all sorts of stuff. And then the cast iron line eventually is going to rot through the bottom. That's just how cast iron works. But I will put all this in the report and email the report along with the video inspection to the agent and buyers. Thank you for choosing integrity and have a good day.